Alright. We're in Brinstar, baby. This is where the game is gonna turn into a whole different beast, so... From this point on, it's speedrun strats, so... Let's see if I can do it. First try. Oh, yeah. So, what I just did there, without any practice, I might add, that is called the mock ball. That is a speedrunning trick. You can look up how to do it. I can barely explain it. And from this point on, the game is broken. So... if you're like, what the fuck did you just do, Seth? Well, I'll explain. So I ran through the door, contained my speed, I dropped into morph ball mode. Oh, by the way, obviously you do this, right? And I basically let go of the run button, held down the jump button, double tapped down in midair, and then held right, all in like a matter of a second. And this caused me to keep my momentum as I kept going. And by the way, you can only get up here if you wall jump, so... And now we have super missiles and the game is effectively broken. This is just one of many speedrunning tricks, so... Oh boy. And then, of course, more missiles. Now, this is our first big batch of items we're gonna have, and trust me, this is gonna break the game in half. Normally in a speedrun, you'd always do this. If this is your first time playing the game, don't do that at all. That is very dumb. So we're going to ignore all the items over here, and we're going to continue on with Brinstar. So, yeah, the mock ball is a very, very tricky jump. I really can't recommend doing that your first time playing, because don't do that. Like, I've already had the game ruined for me, but I mean, don't try to be like, oh, it's really easy, and then you realize, oh shit, Seth made that look really simple. That's also because I practiced a lot. So, we're gonna go down here, and by the way, this is very easy to die, so, okay, what's all this about? Huh, shouldn't touch that, I guess. We're not supposed to get that. So, yeah, we're supposed to come back here with high jump to get that. And there's an item over there, but we can't get that till way, way later. So, yeah, you're not supposed to be able to get that item right there. You can see why I love Metroid so much as a series. You can break it so hard. Some people find that cheaty. I don't. You can do it fair game. And obviously, by the way, you look in this exact area. So this is where we get the charge beam. This is about the only normal thing we're supposed to have right about now. So, if we go down here, there's also... Huh, guess I can't break that yet. So, that's not till late, late game. So, we're gonna go back up, which you can do this normally. You're actually able to get up here without having to try too hard. So also, I forgot to mention, what's the reserve tank do? These are exclusive to only in Super Metroid. So what the tanks do is, the reserve tank specifically, that actually lets you, so okay, let's say I had, let's just show it off. So, you see how I keep getting energy right now? This is basically, everyone thinks this is Metroid, it kind of is. So, if I kept doing that till 99 energy, I'll actually show it off right here. So, your reserve tank would start taking in, the extra energy into your reserve tank. So if you run out of energy, it saps from your reserve tanks first. So you can also turn that off if you want to. I keep it on auto because fuck it. Oh, I also forgot to mention, so we also can toggle all our abilities on and off. You can only do this in Super Metroid, and I will be doing this a few times, specifically with the screw attack and specifically with the ice beam later on. So, we're gonna go kill Spore Spawn, who's technically the first boss you're supposed to fight, and if you've played Metroid Fusion, by the way, these guys should look kind of familiar. You'll also probably remember how much fucking damage they deal. So, this is how you're supposed to get super missiles. This is Spore Spawn. Listen to this music, dude. If you've played Zero Mission, you've heard this. Oh, Jesus. Let's not waste another super missile. But yeah, this is Spore Spawn. This is the safe way of doing this boss. In a speedrun, you're not going to be doing this. He takes 3 super missiles to kill. Now, if we go to a recharge room, and we try to use, like, the missile recharge, it will not refill your super missiles. You need to get those from drops. Metroid as a whole, well, except Metroid 1. So Metroid 1 is unique. So in Metroid 1, when you kill an enemy or whatever, the frame that it dies on is what determines the item drop. I think it's about the same in Metroid 2, but I could be wrong. So, however, in Metroid 3, I guess you could call it this, basically, it's kind of got some bias. Some enemies will drop, like, certain things, and yeah, I'm really rusty with Spore Spawn because I genuinely don't fight it very often, and we can jump up here if we want to. So, when you kill bosses and stuff, and by the way, you can see the auto lights up with yellow when we have the reserve tanks in use. I just want to show off, damn it. There we go. That's really tricky, by the way. I know I'm making it look very simple, but that is actually very, very tricky because I came from Super Metroid, or sorry, from Zero Mission where it's very snappy. And it's very different in Super Metroid. It's a lot more floaty, which I don't like as much. And like I said, keep in mind, I have more experience with the original Metroid 2 than I do this game, and that's saying something. So green doors are going to start showing up now, and if you're like, Seth, you're taking damage, I'm not... Why doesn't that break that? What the fuck? Okay. That's not supposed to take 2, it's supposed to take 1. Basically... I already forgot what I was saying. I got derailed by that weird shit. Essentially, if you're like, oh, you're taking damage, trust me, it's not a big deal. So, now that we have super missiles legit, the game is going to get a lot easier, especially bosses. Well, specifically Kraid, I should say. Oh, by the way, we're not supposed to get this item this early. I'm not even exaggerating when I say Metroid as a series. If you can get it in most games, and the game lets you do it, go for it. There's nothing that's stopping you. So these things right here, you just shoot these open, and they do their thing. So, okay. Like I said though, in a speedrun, you're not gonna be... I'm just trying to get super missiles right now, because I really want them, so... Make sure you sprint across this too. If you don't sprint, you'll actually fall. So, I don't know why, by the way, I prefer the manual in this game like that to the automatic. I don't know what I just said. I'm so sorry. This thing right here is terrible. The automatic, like, turn off of, like, pickups is a lot more comfortable for me. Listen to this music, too. Metroid has got some serious fucking atmosphere as a series. I love it so much. This is an energy recharge. If I was playing a speedrun, I usually hit this first because I am taking a lot of dumb damage. But are you ready to see me get another thing we're not supposed to get? I bet you are. So, you need to do a running jump to get across these. This is the game's way of teaching you that. So, shoot up, and then just wiggity wall jump. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Don't bomb. Do that. And you need a super missile to get in here. And guess what we can get early that we're not supposed to have right now? Fucking Spazer, dude. Spazer is so badass. This is one of the coolest items in the game. This was introduced in Metroid 2. Spazer is a beam upgrade. Look at that shit. It's like fucking Spread and goddamn Contra. It's so fucking cool. Anyways, I did not mean to do that. This is just because I'm not speedrunning. I'm gonna get the best luck ever, and then I'm gonna fall into dumb shit constantly. Just watch. But yes, I absolutely love Metroid for every single thing in it. It is one of my favorite games. Period. And by the way, notice that glass tube, right? If you've played any other Metroid game, you understand exactly what that means by now. But this is the first game to actually do that trope. So we're gonna go down to Norfair, which... Ready for this sound? I love this. I love the atmosphere of this so much. So, by the way, those doors right there, specifically the yellow ones, we can't open just yet. We need power bombs for that. So this is actually pretty normal. We're supposed to go through this way to get high jump boots, and we also get our E-tanks for doing this. So this little doodad over here, we need to kill him to get out. Just to show it off too, before I get high jump. This is exactly why wall jumping is so useful. You can get this, it doesn't really save you any time to do that in 100%, but the wall jump is so goddamn useful, you have no idea. And once you learn it, you will never not do it. And yeah, it's actually part of the game does show you it later on. So these are the high jump boots. These were introduced in original Metroid as well, so these are not new to this game. You can toggle them on and off if you really, really want to, but I don't. Now, I forgot to mention, if you kill an enemy that requires a gray door to open up, and then you shoot the door, I'll do this later on when we get to wreck ship, you can essentially skip having to do that twice. But it's not that big of a deal. If I was doing a speedrun, I'd do it, but this isn't a speedrun now, is it? So, I want to see if I can get at least a couple more super missile drops. Because like I said, we need super missiles specifically for bosses. Well, I've probably got enough, it's fine. I'll probably get a few more on the way there. But in terms of like drops, I would prefer to always get super missiles because they just expedite things a lot quicker. So use a super missile right there, and you can jump up there by doing a very like little bit of a wall jump off of that. It's harder to do when you have high jump in, but you can jump up here without it. If you've played Super Metroid, or sorry, Metroid 1, there we go, that's what I wanted. See if I can get another one real quick. I don't normally do this, I just want to do it for expediency's sake. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, there is 230 missiles, 50 power bombs, and 50... Am I correct? Yeah, 50 super missiles in the entire game. So, killing all the enemies in here, that doesn't do anything. That's not going to open up till after the next boss fight. So... Oh, Jesus. These things hit like a truck, by the way, in Fusion. If you've ever played Fusion, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, boy. So this is what I'm kind of worried about, because honestly, I'm weak as shit at this, so... Alright, what the fuck's hitting us? Oh no, it's Kraid! Not really. That's actually fake Kraid. Kraid's another space piratey kind of... Well... It's up for debate, I guess. Let's go up here, because why not? Oh, I don't want to use a super missile. Fuck me. That's fine. I'll just do this for expediency's sake, though. So these are energy refills, and these are missile refills. Contrary to popular belief, these were actually in Metroid 2. It was the first game to actually introduce refills. It's strange how much Metroid 2 introduces, but gets glossed over quite a bit. This guy got fucked up, didn't he? So this is an eye door. Excuse me? If you've played Fusion, this should look pretty familiar. I am not going to use super missiles on him because I want to do this the right way. So, they take 3 missiles to kill or 1 super, and what's this shit all about? Well, I'll be goddamned. He's as big as a battleship! It's Kraid! And he's as easy as shit, so... If you've played Zero Mission, this should be pretty familiar. Let's see if I can do it. Come on. I don't want to whiff. Not on record, right? No, that's too dumb. Yep! Oh, dude, in fucking Zero Mission, you kill him in like a second, so it's really weird to me. And yeah, they make Godzilla roars, too. I think 1 more should do the trick. He takes 3 super missiles to kill in Zero Mission, that's what I'm used to. I'm really sloppy at Kraid. I'm not gonna lie. And Kraid's dead as shit. And yeah, I believe it was SGB that I learned this, but yeah, all the, like boss monster roars and shit are all like kaiju roars from like Godzilla. I'm pretty damn sure. So this is the Various suit. This was in other Metroid games, but this is where we get Beefy Samus. And like I said, it was actually Metroid 2 that introduced the shoulder pauldrons, but like I said, you never know. So Various suit in this game reduces damage, and it also lets you access areas that are too hot. This was introduced in this game specifically. So we do have to kill all these dudes again. I love that little fucking sound that fake baby Kraid makes. And that's a reference to Metroid 1, by the way. In Metroid 1, there was actually real Kraid and fake Kraid. So that's where that little joke comes from. Maybe Kraid's a species. Who knows? Who gives a shit, really? You know, if you've played other M, you understand why I say that, honestly. But the less talked about that, the better. So we're not going to go back there until we get power bombs, by the way, because there's actually a missile expansion we can't get. So let these guys hunker up on you, and you can get a shiny new E-Tank, baby. Aw, yeah. Bet you weren't expecting that. So, yeah. By the way, this game has the dots on the map. I'm not even looking at them at all. But, like, it wasn't until Fusion where they turned into dots after they were circles on the map. And not every single item shows up either, by the way. I'd like to point that out. So, oh boy. So we're gonna go back down to Norfair, because it's no fair, right? I'm so sorry. And I'm actually gonna make a cut here when we get down to Norfair. So, if this is a speed run, I'd be doing this all in one run, by the way. Obviously, this is not a speed run, so I'll see you guys in the next one.